Welcome back to the Bad Influence podcast, where we dive deep into strategies to help you take control of your life and achieve your goals. I'm your host, the one, the only, yours truly, Jordan Banderas, and today we're discussing a game-changing concept, personal rules. I know, right? These non-negotiables can revolutionize your routine, bringing structure and discipline into your life. Are you ready to transform? Let's get started then. So, have you ever felt like you're just drifting through life, constantly reacting to everything that's being thrown your fucking way? I've been there, and it's not a good feeling. Let me tell you that. I hated it so much until I decided to change. What if I told you that the secret to transforming your life lies in setting a few unbreakable rules? I know, crazy, right? It does sound insane. But trust me, this is the game changer you've been waiting for. Doing this changed my life. It put me on the right trajectory. It showed me what I needed to do to be able to get to the promised land. Here's something I've noticed with many of you, and I used to do this too, so I'm not judging you. Many of you are going through life without a clear direction and are constantly bombarded by distractions and obligations. You struggle to maintain focus, often feeling so fucking overwhelmed and lost that you don't know what to do. This lack of clarity and purpose leads to mediocrity, and you end up settling for less than you deserve. Literally, that's exactly what happened. It happened with me. It has happened with my wife. It has happened with my friends. I see it all the time on social media. People are like, you know what? I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can get a better job. I don't know if I can go to college. Well, I'm just going to settle for this job that pays $15 because guess what? It pays the bills. Saying that to yourself means that you're settling. Yes, that's exactly what it means. You're not willing to go above and beyond to see if you can do better. So you're settling. But what helped me solve this problem was my interest in learning about personal rules when I heard about them a few years back. I was listening to Impact Theory, a podcast with Tom Bilyeu, and I don't remember which episode it was, but somebody was talking about personal rules, the non-negotiables. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to learn about this because this seems pretty fucking interesting. And I can tell you that these non-negotiables are the guiding principles that define your standards and behaviors. They act as a compass, steering you towards your goals and keeping you on track, which is important, no matter what life throws at you. You can go through the worst time in your life, but when you have these non-negotiables, these rules, you can say to yourself, you know what? I'm going through a hard time right now. Yes, I am. But I'm going to stick to my rules because I know that by sticking to these rules, I'm going to be able to get through this challenge. And I'm talking about experience in this case. I'm talking from experience in this case because that's exactly what happened with me. And creating personal rules, it starts with identifying your core values and what truly matters to you. Your non-negotiables should reflect your deepest priorities and aspirations, whether it's health, relationships, career, or even personal growth. They go hand in hand. You cannot say like, you know what, I want to be healthy and not eat healthy. And sometimes, at least for me, I have to have a personal rule in regards to that because I love snacks. I grew up without snacks in Mexico. We were broke, okay? So when I moved to the States and I was able to afford a large quantity of snacks, guess what? I gained a lot of fucking weight. So that's what I'm talking about. But let me tell you a little bit about me and why I had to set personal rules. Without these rules, I was always overwhelmed, constantly fighting, and barely keeping my head above water. I was controlled by external demands, leaving me exhausted and unfulfilled. And angry as well. I was so fucking angry because of that. I also needed to take care of my wife. And without these rules, I wasn't able to do that properly. So I was like, you know what? I need to become a better husband. I need to become a better provider. I need to become a better man. And these rules helped me. And because of that, because of what I needed to do, I decided to implement personal rules, such as no work after clocking out, which is something that a lot of people are dealing with right now. You know, your boss sends you an email at 8 p.m., 3, 4, 5 hours after you clock out, and they tell you, you have to get this done, but you're off the clock, right? Oh, that has happened with me. Also, another one of my personal favorite rules is not allowing disrespect, embracing curiosity, and many, 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 many more. But it took a while, and I was able to find balance and joy I never thought possible. I'm a lot happier now because having these rules weeds out the leeches that just want your time and energy and don't give a shit about you. Because when you set personal rules, you're pretty much setting boundaries, not just for yourself, but for others out as well. Those leeches, those negative influences that like to come into your life and hold you back. They don't like this kind of rules. So if you decide to give this a try, let me tell you, you might not see the results for a while. It took me years to see the results. This is not for the impatient and uncommitted. And if after hearing this, you still want to try it, the first thing you need to do is to think about what areas of your life need improvement. What behaviors or habits are holding you back? Define your personal rules around these areas. Make them specific, like, I will not accept any disrespect from anyone. If I'm being disrespected, I'll get up and walk away. Especially if they're doing it on purpose, to put me down. Because I'm Mexican, we kind of disrespect each other through banter, but it's just friendly banter. But if you're doing it on purpose, if I see that you're trying to put me down, I'll walk away. Then make sure it's very realistic. Like in my case, cutting off the person being disrespectful after giving them a warning. That's realistic because it's something you can do. Most importantly, make it non-negotiable, which means you won't get rid of that rule to please someone else. You will only improve it. But it doesn't matter if anyone else doesn't like it. These are my rules and I live by them. That's something that you're going to have to tell yourself every day, because when you commit to your personal rules, you're making a pact with yourself. This commitment is a powerful motivator. I can tell you that. It will drive you to uphold your standards even when it's tough. It's a declaration of your self-worth and your determination to succeed. You're literally saying to yourself, I know what I'm worth. I know what I can do. I know what I can achieve. And thanks to these rules that I created, I'm going to be able to succeed. I'm going to be able to achieve my dreams. I'm going to be able to achieve my goals. But another thing that you must understand is that discipline is the backbone of personal rules. It's the muscle that gets stronger with use. By consistently adhering to your non-negotiables, you build the discipline needed to tackle bigger challenges and achieve your goals. You literally say like, right now, I have this challenge. I have to learn how to do this. Let's say edit videos, right? So I'm starting from zero. But thanks to my personal rules of, for example, becoming a learner, asking for help, not being afraid of saying like, I suck, shit like that, I know I can learn. And you can do the same thing. I know this seems like a lot, but all you need to do is start small. Choose 1 or 2 rules to implement and focus on them for 1 month, just 1 month. But if you do this, track your progress, reflect on the changes that you see, and adjust as needed. Gradually, add more rules as you become more comfortable with the process. Don't stay with the same rules your entire life. No, those rules are meant to be upgraded, are meant to be changed for something better. Add as many rules as you need as long as you can get to your promised land. I've seen people with like 100 rules, but these dudes are multimillionaires. And they tell me, if I don't have these rules, I will get distracted. If I don't have these rules, I will get fat. If I have these rules, I wouldn't have what I have right now. And I feel the same way, actually. And one of the most important things that I can tell you right now, when you go through this, when you decide to create your own personal rules, is that you need to expect resistance, both from within and from others. Change is uncomfortable, and people may push back against your new boundaries. And if that happens, stay firm and remember why you set these fucking rules in the first place. Your future self will thank you. In a few months, in a few years, when you have what you wanted to have and when you started, your future self, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and you're going to say, thank you for sticking to my personal rules. Oh, I've done that and it feels so fucking good, I can tell you that. Because when you stick to your personal rules, you inspire others to do the same. Your discipline and commitment become a beacon, showing those around you that it's possible to live a life of purpose and integrity, which is what the world needs right now in order for us to be able to see the change that will take us to a better society. Watch out for common pitfalls like perfectionism and rigidity. It's important to be flexible and kind to yourself. If you slip up, which it will happen, acknowledge it, learn from it, and recommit to your rules. I've done this time and time again. I'm not perfect. And you have to remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. That should be your goal. And that's what's going to help you grow into the person that you need to grow into to become your vision. The vision that you see in your mind needs these rules. And don't forget, because a lot of people forget about this, but you can't forget about celebrating your successes, no matter how small. Rewarding yourself for sticking to your personal rules reinforces positive behavior. This has been proven by psychologists because it also keeps you motivated. It's a reminder that you're on the right path, that you're taking steps to get to where you need to get to. Oh, yes. And the long-term benefits of personal rules are profound. Again, psychologists have proven this. You'll experience increased clarity, focus, and fulfillment. Your relationships will improve. Your productivity will soar. And you'll feel a deeper sense of purpose and in everything you do. So, what's stopping you? I have this question for you. What's stopping you? Take a moment today to define your personal rules. Write them down. Commit to them and start living a life that's true to your values and your goals. Remember, the power to transform your life lies within you. Embrace personal rules. Let them guide you towards the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to stop settling and start living a life of intention and passion. You have the power to make it happen. Go out there and crush it. You know you have it in you, but you don't know how to start. You don't know how to stick to your plans. Well, personal rules will help you with that. And I know this from my own experience. Without personal rules, like I said, I wouldn't get to this point in my life. I wouldn't have started the podcast. I wouldn't have continued making the podcast, even though I know I sucked at it at the beginning. But I'm getting better. Why? Because I have my personal rules. And you need them in your life to create progress in yours. And that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Bad Influence podcast. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend and don't forget to subscribe. We need to spread a message that real change comes from taking action. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and stay true to yourself, and have a great day.